Hello, my Maple Leaf fans. Welcome to the pregame before the puck drops at 7. A pickable game 5 between Florida and the Maple Leafs. Whoever wins this game will take over the lead 3 games to 2. Hopefully, we will win this game. So, I'm going to take you live right now to live pregame press conference before the puck drop. Enjoy. Yeah.
Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Truck Month is on now. Get a cash bonus on these light-duty, heavy-duty, or all-electric GMC Sierra models today.
Sensational playoff hockey. It's Edmonton's second-round rematch with the Vegas Golden Knights.
The intensity so.
John, what's your sense of the group coming off a couple losses and coming into tonight's game?
Yeah, I think it's good. Like the mood, like the attitude. I thought we had a good day yesterday, and back at home. So great opportunity tonight. Chief talked about this is what you work for, to play in these types of games and get to this point in the season in a series. So excited about it.
What's the biggest thing that you're looking to kind of adjust or change to get things back on track here tonight?
Obviously, we don't want to be in the box as much as we were in the first period. So, you just control what you can control, and being really disciplined, playing hard, competing between whistles, and sticking together, standing your ground when needed, but understanding the need to be disciplined and controlling the emotion, directing it the right way. So, I think it's a big part of it. Overall, we've the way we can skate and getting on puck pursuit and pressure, playing physical, being competitive, winning battles, and making our opponent have to defend us and work through us.
John, there's been a lot of talk about the game plan and sticking to the game plan throughout these playoffs. How does that help in a situation like you're right now, where you dropped 2 straight, trying to get back on track?
Yeah, I don't think you're always looking after a loss or losing a couple games, especially tight games, to reinvent the wheel and change things up and look at all these different things. I think you have a good foundation of how you want to play. Your opponent and what they do well, and just sticking to things that over time can lead to success and tilt momentum, tilt the game in your favor. So sometimes it might feel like there's not a whole lot going on, and there's not a lot of room out there, a lot of plays being made, but just sticking with the course of things over a full hockey game. I think especially with the type of team that we have, the type of game that we've built, the depth and all sorts of things, that we can put ourselves in a good spot, when we stick to things and not try to do too much or change a whole lot.
Honestly, it's just a matter of execution in the real zone, or just something more to it?
Well, execution always probably the number one thing, no doubt. But you're talking about a team that defends real well, have built their game over the last couple of years, and you've seen where they've gone and what they've done, and now being the defending champs, on how they can defend, their ability to pressure, limit time and space. So execution's important. Certainly, I think the pace that we want to play with, I think is important, and they certainly, I think, made some small adjustments in certain areas, and just how they want to take shooting lanes away, and the importance of good sticks and things like that. And they do those things well. So we have to adjust ourselves, execute through that, understand that type of pressure and those types of details that come with playing a very good defensive team.
John, not the result Joe wanted in that last one, but he had a great performance. Does that performance and the way he played in that last game give the group a little extra confidence as the series goes on?
I think Joe's been great since he's come in the series. So certainly gave us a great chance the other night to earn a win. Unfortunately, weren't able to put any home for him. So on us to go out there and provide some run support, and him to continue what he's been doing all year and throughout the series. He's been great. So a lot of faith in him.
What are you guys doing well at home? It feels like you've had a really great run inside this building. What's your sense of the group in this building of late?
I think we just enjoy being at home. Tremendous fan base and the energy that the game provides and what they provide us. So, I think just sticking to your process, to your routines, and not trying to change a whole lot or overthink a whole lot. Just go about the way you built your game as a team collectively over the year, at home and individually, what you got to do to get ready to play and be excited about being on home ice and what the Stanley Cup playoffs is all about.
Do your kids have a greater appreciation for the playoffs these days?
Yeah, every year they get a better understanding. So it's always fun to share with them, of course, and watching some highlights of the other games and things like that. So it's always, like I've said, I've always really enjoyed the opportunity to share what I love to do in the game with them and how they've embraced that.
You mentioned the Panthers taking away from the space. Did you find it massively different in 3 and 4 as opposed to 1 and 2?
I mean, I think certainly the way the game kind of developed in Game 4, them being on the power play a lot, having the puck a lot, skating because they're having the man advantage and obviously being able to get the lead. Seemed that they're able to get to their game a little bit quicker than we were, and then we had to kind of build our game coming off a lot of times shorthanded in the first period and kind of get everyone going, our team going, and weren't able to get one by them to kind of change the feel of the game. So I think there was a certain comfort they had in the way they can defend. Obviously, they have a tremendous belief in that with what they've done over the last number of years. So every game kind of brings a different feel, something different to it, but I think over the course of the series, they stick to their guns and what they do, and they've had a lot of success with that. So, continue to expect the series and each and every game only to get harder and to get tougher, and that's the great part about the challenge.
What's your sense of the group coming off a couple losses and looking to get back on track? What do you like about what you're feeling?
Yeah, excited for our opportunity tonight. We knew this was going to be a tough series, so excited to get Game 5 here at home ice.
What's worked well for you guys in this building? It feels like you guys have had a good run in Toronto.
I think I've liked our starts. Most of the series, obviously Game 3 had a great start too. That's going to be key tonight, and let's get on the attack early and get our fans up in their seats.
Jake, after the first 2 games, Paul Maurice said he felt like they weren't really playing Panther hockey. Did you feel a difference in Games 3 and 4? Were they forechecking a bit harder?
I felt the same. I think games 1 and 2 were difficult as well. So it's a team that forechecks hard and plays hard, and there's a reason they've been to the last 2 finals.
You guys lost a couple in a row in that Ottawa series. What do you like, or what did you sense from the group when you had to respond from that? Are you feeling a similar vibe here?
Yeah, I feel like we've responded all playoffs long, frankly, whether it's through a series or throughout a game. I think our resilience has been solid and composure has been good, so I don't expect that to change.
Craig was saying he felt like you guys were the more physical team in Game 4, and obviously we know Florida is a very physical team. What do you like about, how the group is handling the physical side of the series so far?
I'm not surprised. I don't think anybody should be. I think we've shown it all year that we can play a couple different ways, and when we're at our best, we're physical, we're on the forecheck, we're on the hunt, and we need to continue to do so.
What's been your perspective on Kampf and how he's managed a long layoff lately here?
True pro, like he always does. He comes in and works, and he's got a smile on his face, and great teammate.
When he's at his best, what does he bring to the lineup?
He's a great penalty killer, good in the face-off dot. Just a steady presence for us down the middle. He's been around for quite a while now, so we love Davey.
Greg, any lineup changes you're
You're looking sharp today. Did you go to a barber?
No, I'm going this afternoon though.
The Ferrero Rocher Chocolate Bar. Crunchy hazelnuts, smooth chocolate, creamy filling. Make any moment worth celebrating. Ferrero Rocher.
You are. I like it.
Changes tonight you can share? Or?
Game time decisions. We got decisions, so it was an optional skate this morning, and we got some decisions to make.
What kept Kampf off the ice this morning?
Yep, just an optional skate. Game time decisions, so they either go out, they don't go out, and we'll make decisions at game time.
Not really just a practice for an illness. Bolio missed it yesterday. Is there a bug going around the room right now?
No, not that I know. I think it's just, one and done here and there, kind of thing. Like nothing's going around.
Are the game time decisions injury related or coaches' decisions?
Coaches.
Is Bolio good to go? Is Ekman Larsson?
Yeah.
What's your sense of the group coming off a couple losses?
Good, just normal throughout the playoffs. Business-like, ready to go. Looking forward to the challenge tonight. Excited to play. Thought our practice was really good yesterday. Guys are in a great frame of mind, and we understand what type of game it's going to be, and got to go out and execute.
Greg, you talked a lot about sticking to the game plan and discipline throughout these playoffs. How does that help in a situation like you're in right now where you've dropped a couple of games in a row?
Well, yeah, definitely. I thought discipline hurt us last game, as we talked about, especially in the first period. We got to be disciplined, so it's important. I know there's penalties, and you're probably going to get some penalties, but we got to be smart. I thought that we took too many undisciplined penalties last game where we didn't need to, in my opinion.
What would you like to see for your bottom six tonight?
Tonight?
Yeah.
Well, a lot what they have given us. I mean, I think they've chipped in when here and there. But I think for me, the bottom six got to really drive the pace of the game for us, and the physical side of the game. Establish our game plan with our forecheck and how we want to play. Check. They need to check. They need to really do a good job with checking and playing with energy and pace.
What's Pontus Holmberg done in that regard?
Yeah, he's done a good job. I think, used them in different situations and lines at times, moved them around. But, he's a guy that he skates, gets on a forecheck, he can hang on to pucks. He does a number of good things for us.
Greg, if Stolarz gets cleared at some point here before the end of the series, how do you anticipate juggling that decision with how well Rule's also played?
Yeah, no, it'll be tough. I mean, I'm not really thinking about that yet. That's not there yet. So we'll see how everything goes and where he's at and when he gets there and where we're at as a team and our goalies. It's not something I'm really thinking about right now.
Florida makes it really tough, but how would you assess your zone exits in this series so far?
Like out of our from our breakouts and coming out of D-zone coverage. Well, I thought they were pretty good last game, to be honest with you. We look at all those stats and the video, obviously, and it's not clean all the time. So you got to understand, it's not going to be clean. The game will not be clean the way they pressure, and you got to be comfortable with things off the glass, chip outs, and we got to have people skating, getting through there to get onto those pucks. So it's not always going to be clean, but I think our D are doing a good job of that. I thought our wall play was pretty good last game. So there's a lot of good things that way. We got to find a way to get through that swarm in their zone, especially off our forecheck. That'll be key tonight.
Craig, does the fact that Nick Robertson scored so often when he re-entered the lineup enter your mind at all when you're looking at lineup decisions? Does that a factor at all? Or?
Yeah, I don't know. It does, I guess. You think about it and you go, well, he was out for a couple games and he came in and scored one or two. He's pretty good at that. But it does, but it doesn't. It just, it depends on what we need and what we think is going to help the team.
The Tavares line was facing a pretty tough matchup down in Florida.
Yeah.
How much does that dynamic change for them at home here for you tonight, do you think?
Well, I could get them out there against different people. I mean, that Lundell line's played well, not only defensively, but they're producing too for the team. So it's a very good line, and it's a tough line. It's a good line. With Marchand on it, makes it better, obviously, with his competitiveness and his game. So, yeah, we'll see.
Okay, I need a bit of help, Gemini. No problem. You could try using mayonnaise instead.
What about Greek yogurt?
If you don't have mayonnaise, then yeah, Greek yogurt is a great choice. The texture is similar, but you might want to add a little extra salt and pepper.